Years ago, in 1996, I talked to Dick Nichols about this award and our desire to bring the community together for this event. He never hesitated and said he would help Rotary in any way he could. He was at the time a county commissioner and broadcasting high school football and basketball games for KGY. So now for 20 years, we have used his name. And he has come to every luncheon and presented us with an inspirational speech and personally congratulated each one of these students. He has done all of this without being a member of Rotary. And so today we're going to change that. So Dick, it is my honor to give you this certificate. You're going to get a badge and a pin as an honorary member of the Rotary Club of West Olympia.
Wow, thank you. That is really nice. That's awesome.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you
I
very
got a
much.
pin for you here.
Hey, good deal. I'm going to show up at the
You're a
meeting.
West Olympia honorary member.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations, Dick.
Thank you.
Pin for you.
Oh, good. Thank
Hopefully I
you.
have a pin through there.
Right up there. Yeah.
Why don't we stand together?
That's a nice honor. Really
Stand
is.
together. Charlie, can we stand together? And
Now, where do you head home?
here's the certificate. All these certificates.
Grab that. No, I'm in front of somebody. So.
You're all right.
Great.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you.
And the best news is you don't have to pay dues.
Yeah. But I better attend a meeting sometime.
So now Dick is going to give his speech, which we look forward to every year, his inspirational speech for the students and all of us. Dick.
Thank you. Well, that is a surprise and a really great honor. Thank you very much, Steve and Rotarians. I want to thank the Rotary Club for the honor that they have had in distinguishing outstanding kids in our community, young men and women. These recipients of these scholarships are very fortunate people. I'm sure all of 14 of you are well aware of the fact that you're blessed. First of all, you're smart, you have physical ability, you have a love of community service, and you have support groups around you, family, friends, people in schools, and this service club that are honoring you and care about you and know that you are the real investment in our future. And I'm so honored to have my name associated with this award, and then to be given an honorary membership in the Rotary Club is pretty awesome. I just turned 80 this month, and I'm going to address my remarks to our student honorees, and the rest of you, please listen in if you'd like. As I always do, I think about what am I going to say today, in this case to a group of young men and women who were born during Bill Clinton's second term as president, and who were preschoolers when the 9/11 attacks that changed the world happened in our country. I was already an early retiree by then. We obviously, you students and me, have very different outlooks, experiences, and worldviews because of the generations and just the fact that the world has moved so fast. In many ways, we live in sort of a different place. But in thinking about communications, let me digress for just a moment and point out a couple of things. There was no mass communication as recently as 560 years ago. All of the information was closely recorded and held in libraries of the elite and in monasteries. It was closely guarded. The ordinary person had no access to the information in the world. That began to change with the invention of the Gutenberg press in 1438 and the printing of the first Gutenberg Bible in 1455. Still, mass information was non-existent. Fast forward to 1670, that's more than 200 years, when the first newspaper was printed in England. Fast forward again to the United States in 1783, that's another 100-plus years, just 233 years ago, and that's when we had our first newspaper, and the circulation was minuscule. Radio broadcasting was pioneered with the invention of the Marconi wireless in 1874, but newscasting did not start until 1920, just 96 years ago. Television was demonstrated in San Francisco in 1927, and the first station opened in 1928. But it wasn't until the early and mid-50s that television really became the dominant, that newfangled invention, television, became a dominant feature in our society. Personal computers, which really changed how we share information, came along in 1972, and the PC was named Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1982. And now I see that the PC slowly but surely is on its way out as an influential piece of how we communicate, another victim of technology, so to speak. The internet, the World Wide Web, showed up in 1989, about the time most of you were born. Facebook, which ushered in social media and a huge change that has made, became a dominant force. It started, guess when? In 2004, 12 years ago. Some of you were just about in kindergarten at that point. And that's your world. I'm still reading newspapers and listening to the radio. I do not do social media. I do have a smartphone, but I'm really not I don't Facebook and Twitter and all those things like that. So what can I say to you, youngsters, as I call you, young men and women, that would make any sense? Well, I'm going to take something from my late sister, who one Christmas gave me an envelope, and I opened it up, and inside of it was a little note that said, "Dear Richard," which is what she called me, "this year I'm giving you advice." So ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Here's some advice for you. You young men and women, I hope that you'll use the values that you've learned from competitive sports. You know, we make all the decisions we do in the world voluntary decisions based on a value system. We act on things that mean something to us one way or the other. You've learned teamwork, loyalty, accountability, responsibility, how to set goals, how to deal with adversity, and very difficult, how to handle success with humility and perspective. If you follow those precepts, you will live the Rotary oath of service above self. More advice. Remember that doing things right is good management. Doing the right things is ethics and integrity. Maintain a sense of humor. Remember that he who laughs lasts. And stay away from broccoli and cauliflower and asparagus and things like that. Cultivate and develop, nurture, and care about close, personal relationships. You don't want it to be this way: two people sitting in a funeral parlor, the casket in front of them, and rows of empty seats behind, and these are the only people in the funeral parlor, and one says to the other, "I can't understand why no one's here. He had 1,000 friends on Facebook." Be a leader. That doesn't mean ordering people around or cajoling others into getting your own way. Leaders have vision. They have core beliefs. They have the capacity to inspire others. They listen to everyone, not just the loudest or the angriest or those they agree with. In my view, Abraham Lincoln was the greatest president in the history of the United States. He survived a first election and winning with less than 40% of the popular vote, and was threatened with his life all the time. He survived a bitter, you think what's going on now is nasty, you've got to go to the Lincoln Library and see what that re-election campaign was like. But what Lincoln knew, he got reelected. He had to give an inaugural address. He knew that the Civil War was coming to an end. He knew there would be a vanquished foe of the Union that was soon to lose that battle. And Abraham Lincoln, who wanted to preserve the Union, that was his entire motivation as president, to preserve the Union of the United States, gave a very short address, the second inaugural, which is probably next to the Gettysburg Address, his greatest speech. And in that speech, Abraham Lincoln did not gloat. He did not beat his chest. He did not humiliate the people who were about to lose the Civil War. No, he uttered these timeless words: "With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness to see the right, let us strive to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds, to care for those who shall have borne the battle." That, ladies and gentlemen, is leadership. Be a problem solver. And to do that requires the ability to listen, to be creative, to think out of the box, to understand where people are coming from. Kind of reminds me of the story of the two young kids arguing over who got the last orange in the fruit bowl. And they argued for about a half hour, and it's getting louder and louder and louder, and finally the father comes up with a knife, cuts the thing in half, gives each of the children half of the orange, and said, "Now we should be done with this." First kid got the orange, peeled it, threw the peeling in the garbage can, and ate the fruit. The second one peeled the orange, threw the fruit in the garbage can, and ground up the peeling to make muffins with, to put in the ingredients of muffins. And what happened? Half of the orange got thrown away because of one thing. Somebody didn't take the time to say to the other, "What would you do if you had the whole orange?" Didn't ask a simple question that would have solved that problem. Be realistic, but dream big. Be inspired to see a world that you can make better, see it in a way that it can be better for everyone. And in that, I would quote to you, at least paraphrasing, from the great song, The Quest, from the man from La Mancha. To paraphrase, this is my quest: to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, and the world will be better for this. Strive to the last ounce of courage to reach that unreachable star. And finally, in my view, the best advice anyone could give you comes from William Shakespeare in his great tragedy, Hamlet, when he said, "To thine own self be true." And then it follows, as night follows the day, you cannot be false to anyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. And before I get away, I want to do something that I intended to right at the beginning. There's a big article in the Olympian today about 3 honorees from the Dispute Resolution Center were given peace awards. Matt Grant, the principal of Olympia High School, was one of those honorees. He's doing the right stuff. Matt?
So now we're going to have Sandy DiBernardo come up and talk about the awards that we're going to pass out.
Thank you. So first of all, we want to congratulate each of our 14 student winners of this year's Rotary Dick Nichols Award. This award is to acknowledge all of your hard work and dedication to your academics, athletics, and community service. We're all very proud of you and impressed with your accomplishments. I think that's an understatement. You guys are very inspiring. Along with a $1,500 scholarship, we are pleased to award you this special portfolio which I'm sure, Matt, you must still have yours. I bet you do. We hope that you'll carry it with you in your college and your career journey, and that it'll serve as a reminder to your accomplishments to date and the bright future you have ahead of you. Inside the portfolios is a Rotary Award certificate, along with letters from your principal, your parents, and our governor, congratulating all of you on your achievements. We want to thank you all for being here today as we celebrate these amazing youth, and we wish them all continued success. Thank you.
So now we're going to line up in our positions, and we'll start announcing the students. So the presidents need to be down on this side. Matt, you're going to be standing down here with the presidents. Sandy's going to be right up here. Jack, you're going to be right here. Dick, you're going to be right here next to Sandy. Right here. Right there. That's right. So here's the drill. As I introduce each student, and we're going to start with Black Hills High School, girls first, the student will come forward, be recognized by Dick Nichols. We have the photographer who's actually really in charge here. And Sandy will hand the portfolio to Dick. Dick will hand it to the student. The student will stand right between the two of you over here, have their picture taken, and then I'll read their achievements, their accomplishments. And then they will move and run the gauntlet, as we say, down past the Rotary presidents, end with Matt DeBoard. And then if you, the students who have been announced, if you will have a seat down here, when we're done, all 14 students can then be recognized again as a group. So that's how it's going to work. So we're going to start with Samantha Payne from Black Hills High School. Samantha has a 4-point grade point average. She is first in her class, and she is the student body president at Black Hills High School and will be the valedictorian at graduation. She received 6 all-academic awards for the 2A Evergreen Conference, has taken 5 AP classes. Athletically, she has 6 varsity letters, 4 years on varsity fast pitch, 2 years on varsity basketball. She received 3 Most Inspirational Awards voted on by teammates in basketball, 1 Most Improved Award voted on by teammates in basketball, and 1 Most Improved Award voted on by teammates on her fast pitch team. She's also in the concert and marching band where she plays the saxophone and clarinet. Gosh, how does she do all that? She volunteers as a peer tutor all 4 years of her high school and volunteer coach at Tumwater Middle School for basketball and fast pitch her freshman and sophomore years. She also volunteered at a middle school leadership camp during summer of 2015. She plans to attend Western Washington University and major in computer science. Please recognize Samantha Payne. Next, from Black Hills High School, Jewel Day. Jewel has a 3.52 grade point average. He received the All-Academic Award 3 years in a row since his sophomore year, and received the AP Scholar Award for scoring a 5 on the AP Calculus exam. Dick, did you ever have an AP calculus exam? Did you? I don't think anybody of us had. In athletics, he received 9 varsity letters. 4 years varsity football, first team All-League in 2015, second team All-Area 2015, All-Academic Award for 3 years. He was on the basketball team 4 years varsity, second team All-League in 2016, All-Academic Award for 3 years, team captain his senior year. And in track, 1 year on varsity, 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter, and the long jump. He was also in the band for 4 years. He volunteered 20-plus hours at the Thurston County Food Bank and 2 years Kiwanis tree planting. He plans to attend the University of Puget Sound and study mechanical engineering. Please recognize Jewel Day. Now, next, from Capitol High School, Mica Livingston. Mica is not here. Mica is in a golf tournament, but we want to recognize her. Is her parent here? Your teacher. You can accept the award for Mica. Mica has. Now wait a second. You're going to stand right over here. You don't get to just hug Dick Nichols and then walk away. He wants you to hang around for a while. Mica has a 3.2 grade point average. She participated in the Running Start program and will be 3 classes short of receiving her AA degree when she graduates from high school next month. Athletically, she participated in soccer her freshman year on varsity, and 4 years on the golf team. She was the team captain for 4 years of the golf team. Participated at the state tournament for golf as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. And her awards in golf, sophomore year, best teammate, and junior year, most inspirational. She's not here today because she's in a golf tournament. She's down 2 and she's on the 5th hole. All right, there's an update. Here we are. No, wait, we're not done yet. Her volunteer work includes volunteering and raising money for Big Brother, Big Sister Foundation and at the food bank. She plans to attend the University of Washington and study physical therapy. On behalf of Mica Livingston, please recognize her teacher. Jen Boltz. Jen, thank you. You have to run the gauntlet. Next from Capitol High School, Zach Smith. Zach Smith has a 3.57 grade point average. He's a 4-time academic All-American, perfect attendance awards from 2012 through 2015. He has 7 varsity letters, a 4-year varsity football participant, All-Area wide receiver 2015, first team All-League wide receiver and kick returner in 2015, football captain for 2 years, and team MVP in 2015. He was also a 2-year participant on the track and field team for varsity, 7th in the state in the 100-meter dash, and received the Coaches Award in 2015, and has a 1-year participant on the varsity baseball team. He volunteered as a CISPAS counselor leader and Palapalooza and Lake Fair race volunteer. He plans to attend Montana State, is that right? Yep. And study exercise science. Please recognize Zach Smith. Next, from North Thurston High School, Gray Hill. Gray Hill has a 3.87 grade point average. She placed first place in academics at the Basic Police Academy with 100% on all of her tests, and third out of 400 in physical ability at the Police Academy training in Yakima. She is also a Running Start student. Athletically, she participated 4 years in varsity soccer, Fall All Sports Female Student Athlete Award for 2015, the varsity soccer captain, 2-year school MVP and 2015 league MVP, first team All-League 3 years, All-State 3A midfielder for 2015. She participated 4 years at the Black Hills Football Club and, get this, 4 years high school violin in orchestra. She's played the violin since the 5th grade. So if she can't score a goal in soccer, she plays a violin too. I'm trying to connect the two, but that's terrific. Volunteers as a certified soccer referee, and I thought this was interesting. 4 years as manager for the boys' high school soccer team. What better person to keep them in line? Junior and senior year, Olympia Police Department Explorers member, and volunteered for Brett Schneider and Kirkwood musical productions at South Bay Elementary, Madison Elementary, and Chinook Middle School. She plans to attend Georgetown University and study criminal justice with a minor. Is going to study pre-med at Georgetown. Please recognize Gray Hill. Next, from North Thurston High School, Peter Allegre. Peter Allegre has a 3.97 grade point average. He's an AP Scholar, Fall 2015 NTPS Scholar Athlete, and National Honor Society Officer. Athletically, he has 7 varsity letters. In cross country, a 4-year varsity participant and state qualifier, and the captain of the cross country team. For track, 3 years of varsity and the captain of the track team, and a 2-time state qualifier. He volunteers at his church and is in a job shadow position. He plans to attend the University of Portland and study biology. Please recognize Peter Allegre. Our next student is Michelle Yan from Olympia High School. Michelle Yan has a 3.967 grade point average. She's an AP Scholar with distinction. She was awarded the 2015 Fall Narrows League Scholar Athlete Award, placed second in the Future Business Leaders of America state competition for banking and financial, placed third in state in the Olympia area in a piano competition, and placed third in the state in a Chinese speaking statewide competition. She also participated in the state bassoon composition for solo and ensemble. Athletically, swimming, varsity for 4 years, qualified for districts every year, state qualifier, sophomore, junior, and senior year, swim team captain her senior year. She volunteers to help rid invasive species at local parks in Olympia with Olympia Parks and Recreation. She plans to attend the University of British Columbia in Vancouver and study pre-med. Please recognize Michelle Yan. Don't you always ask the question, how do they find the time to do all the stuff they do? Just amazing. Our next student is from Olympia High School, Edwin Beusch. Bush. Let's start over again. Edwin Beusch. Edwin has a 3.95 grade point average. He's the ASB treasurer at Olympia High School. In Future Business Leaders of America, he was a state qualifier in accounting, and he's a member of the National Honor Society. Athletically, 2 years varsity basketball. He was the co-captain of the varsity basketball team and Narrows League honorable mention. He volunteers with sixth grade boys for their basketball, coaching them, and camp counselor at Olympia Bears basketball camp, CISPAS camp counselor, and National Honor Society volunteer. He plans to attend the University of Washington and major in finance. Please recognize Edwin Beusch. From River Ridge High School, Makenna Schultz. Makenna has a 3.7 grade point average. She was on the honor roll for 4 years, academic all-league player all 4 years, 2014 AVID top science student out of 4 classes, and 2015 AVID top English student out of all 4 classes. Athletically, she was a participant with basketball, 4 years on the varsity basketball team. First team all-conference her junior year, SPSL MVP her senior year, Olympia All-Area Player of the Year, and Olympia All-Area First Team for the league. She volunteers at Charlie Safari Homeless Thanksgiving Feed and as a vacation Bible school leader. Makenna plans to attend St. Martin's University and major in environmental engineering. Please recognize Makenna Schultz. Next, from River Ridge High School, Benjamin Retzlaff. Benjamin has a 3.93 grade point average. He's a member of the National Honor Society, fall scholar athlete for North Thurston Public Schools, and he's the ASB treasurer at River Ridge. Athletically, he has 7 varsity letters, 3 years of varsity in football, 3 years of varsity in basketball, and 1 year varsity track, where he was a thrower. In football, he was first team all-area and all-league. Volunteer activities include working for 6 years at the Shrine Burger Wagon at Lake Fair. So if you got a good burger at Lake Fair, it was because of Benjamin. He plans to attend Washington State University and study civil engineering. Please recognize Benjamin Retzlaff. From Timberline High School, Georgia Simon. Georgia has a 3.8 grade point average. She is the National Honor Society President, 2015-2016, and Student of the Year in AP Honors ELA 2013 and AP U.S. History 2015. In 2015, she was designated as a Distinguished Scholar. Georgia has 7 varsity letters, 4 years varsity volleyball, Coaches Award in 2013, and Most Inspirational 2016. 3 years varsity basketball, and I thought this was great. 3 years in drama, cast in 3 school musicals, Best Supporting Actress in 2015, and rated excellent at the state in a performance in 2016. She also participated 2 years in music ensemble and was a participant at state. She volunteers in the club volleyball as an assistant coach and Lakes Elementary School tutor. Georgia plans to attend the West Point Military Academy and study kinesiology. Please recognize Georgia Simon. Next from Timberline High School, Collin Tate. Collin Tate has a 3.97 grade point average. He's in the top 10 of his class of 2016, and he's a National Honor Society member and has been on the honor roll every semester. He has 5 varsity letters, 4 years varsity soccer, first team all-league his junior year, soccer captain 3 years, and 1 year varsity football. Now, can you guess what position he played on the football team? He was the kicker. Sure he was. He volunteered as middle school assistant coach and summer camp at the YMCA. He plans to attend Portland State University and study education, right? Business. There you go. Please recognize Collin Tate. From Tumwater High School, Senna Larson. Senna Larson has a 3.986 grade point average. Academically, from 2012 to 2016, she was a member of the National Honor Society, Student of the Month recipient, and Evergreen Conference All-Academic Award in volleyball and tennis. She has 5 varsity letters, 2-year varsity in volleyball. She was on the district champion volleyball team, and in 2014, her team was the state champion. 3 years tennis participant on the varsity and received the Outstanding Hustle Award. She volunteered extensively, the Honor Society event coordinator, Renaissance Student Recognition Committee leader, Jostens National Renaissance Conference student speaker, youth volleyball camp counselor and coach volunteer, VBS leader, served on a mission trip to Mexico, helped organize a coat drive with her small group for the Olympia Union Gospel Mission, and served as a page at the Washington State Legislature, and a member of the Providence St. Peter Hospital Youth Council. She plans to attend Azusa Pacific University and become a PA, physician's assistant. Please recognize Senna Larson. From Tumwater High School, Andrew Dellsite. we have to mention the bow tie, don't we? I mean, we do. Sure we do. Andrew, Dellsite has a grade point average of 3.97. Academically, he received the Olympia Master Builders Architectural Competition Award as the winner, and the Washington State Aerospace Scholar Award. It's a statewide program sponsored by NASA, Boeing, and the University of Washington. Andrew has 7 varsity letters, 4 years cross-country varsity, 4-year all-league, 4 years state participant, 2-year team captain, and 3 years on the varsity track team, 3 years all-league, 2-year team captain, and is the Knowledge Bowl team captain. He volunteered to help at local races for nonprofits, helped tutor at the Boys and Girls Club, and the Club Olympia Running Group. He plans to attend the University of Arizona and study aerospace engineering. Please recognize Andrew Dellsite. Now, can we as a group rise and recognize our class of 2016 Rotary Nichols Award winners? Great year. Another outstanding year of just exceptional young people, and we're proud that they were here and fortunate for us that we were able to witness their achievements. Thank you for being here, and we hope to see you next year. Thanks for coming.